Hello, hello. Slay. I am live. Should I put music on? I should put music on. I'm gonna find some oldies Christmas radio or something. Here we go. Oldies Christmas songs playing in another room. Slay. 6 hours. That'll work. Hello, hello, hello. I keep calling these juice, but they're like, they're not juice, they're soft drink. They're like sugar-free soft drink that I'm obsessed with, and they're from Aldi, and they're awesome. I should also put my Christmas lights on, but this is where we are. I'm making a pair of slippers for my dad for Christmas, and I've never made slippers before. And I couldn't find a better angle to show the sewing machine, so I'm here. That beep is my iron. So it's not in any sort of disturbance, it's fine. Also, I'm streaming off my phone, so if you are writing in chat, I may not see it. I think it is supposed to be there, but I'm not sure. I'm sure I could get a better angle for this. I'm just trying to figure out how. Off the phone. But I'll show you each thing as I make it. I have to say, this sewing machine is such a godsend. It like cuts my thread, makes life so much better. I did make this pattern up myself just before, so we'll see how it works. But this is like, it's like a Mr. Rogers slipper. I think that's the guy, like a fancy man slipper. Hi Godhound, how are you? I can see chat, yay. Alright, so I'm making like a fancy man slipper for my dad for Christmas. I don't think he owns fancy slippers. I was struggling with what to make it because I have been I need to find a tripod so bad. That's good to know that you are good. I'm trying to figure out how to set this. Hopefully that will work. That will work. That will work. What's my iron set on? Synthetic. Yeah, that should work. Oh, what have you been up to today? What's tonight? I assume you may be overseas and it's nighttime. What was I saying? I'm pretty sure that these will fit my dad, and I'm pretty sure that this pattern will work. It seems to be working so far. I think that's what I was saying. And maybe at some point in my life, I will remember where my tripods are. Wait, oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, so dumb. Ha! There's my tripod. Oh my god, it's 4:14 a.m. It's wild. Okay. If I put this here, zoop. Get into the tripod. Well, that's definitely overseas. Okay. And then I put my tripod up here. Okay, and then I moved my tailor's chalk. Okay, and then maybe I can get a slightly downward angle. You still can't really see the sewing machine. I'm in a bit of a claustrophobic area, to be honest, with my craft room, office. I can never stay up until 4 AM anymore. Goes to midnight and I'm done. The ones I used to know. That needs to be in closer. Thanks for joining the stream. It's always nice to have somebody to chat to when I stream. I haven't streamed in so long. I can't remember before this the last time I went live. It honestly might have been last year. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm making these slippers in a bit of a crazy way, but I think my dad will be okay with that. Oh, I think I was saying that this is the foot part, like the top of the foot. She finally remembered. She finally remembered how words work and what she was saying. Where is the little felt part? Okay. It is summer in Australia, so I probably should have put this together with just like cotton or linen, but I've got felt so he can wear them in winter too. Crazy's always the best way, yes. I've got a lot of sewing projects like littered around me. Oh, hello Streamlabs. I forgot that I had that set up. I'm not currently streaming on Twitch or TikTok, so that is kind of a weird message from Streamlabs, but you know. Anyway, this fabric doesn't look so good on camera, but it looks quite pretty in real life. But anyway, so I have this. It's like, I think it's fleece, it's not felt. I kept wanting to say felt, but I'm pretty sure it's fleece. But it's really warm. I know this because I used it to make pumpkins. These like pumpkin costumes a while ago. And they were really warm, and that was in spring, so. These should be very warm slippers. Speaking of, I am doing this to sort of procrastinate. Wait, does Streamlabs say hi? Now I'm confused. I'm not speaking very well. What am I saying? Okay. I'm getting confused by my own stream. By my own Streamlabs setup. I was probably explaining making slippers. I'm gonna have some more sugar. Oh, it's freezing. Am I allowed to ask what state you're in? If you're, I assume you're US or Europe. You don't have to answer, but I assume you're in one of the cold ones. I would love a white Christmas. We had apparently one of the coldest mornings for summer, and it actually was almost a -degree. It was like the only time I think I've ever seen a -degree in Australia in December, which was wild. Okay, I'm just gonna top stitch this down. Oh, UK. Oh, cool. Fun. I've never been to the UK. I've been to the Republic of Ireland, but not the UK part. That's about as close as I got. I wanted to stop over in the UK when I was in Europe last year, or the year before, whenever it was, when I went over for my cousin's wedding. But we couldn't fit it in. But I really want to go to England and see some cool old stuff. I'm like attempting to iron this. I don't think it's working, but maybe it'll work. I would love to see a white Christmas. I think that would be fun. think I've got to just pin this all. I have those like really handy clip things that I think they're for quilters. They like clip on the edges of your sewing, but I don't know where they are because I have been trying to reorganize all my sewing stuff, and I know I have heaps of them, and I know some of them are in a sandwich bag somewhere. But I really need to do some reorganizing. I might actually try and do like a sewing room organization stream this month at some point, because decluttering takes a really long time, and sometimes I refuse to do stuff until I'm like doing it for a YouTube video or a stream. All it does in the UK is rain. Oh, that sucks. I do love the rain. It's very cozy and it's good for the plants. It's been so hot the last couple of days that all my plants outside look so wilted. That's kind of my fault because I planted a lot of European plants instead of native Australians that would probably do well in the heat, but you know. I got this really pretty rose to grow over our garden. It's like a climbing rose, and my neighbors, I've got rose envy. I'm literally an 80-year-old woman now. My neighbor has these beautiful white roses, right? And hers look fantastic. They're like so pretty, they're so huge, they're like so healthy. And last year mine looked really good, and now I go outside and I look at hers and mine are like sun fried and wilted, and hers are like amazing, and I'm like, no. Which is a really weird thing to be jealous of. It's rained over a month on and off. Oof. I mean, that sounds like what I've heard about England. Wait, you said UK, so it might not be England. That sounds like what I've heard about the UK, that it is a very rainy place. You can go mushroom foraging though when you get your next sunny day. That's cool. I just like taking photos of the mushrooms. You are in England. Yep, that's what I've heard of England. It rains a lot. And when the English came here to colonize it, they were like, damn, this place is hot. Where's the rain? And you know what? It still doesn't rain that much here. Sometimes I feel like I want to take up quilting in my 80-year-old woman era, and I'm like, I'll look at like inspiration images of quilts and stuff. Is my button undone? Nope. I'll look at inspo images of quilts and stuff, and the ones I really like have needlepoint applique, and I'm currently like turning this under the way you would for needlepoint applique, and I'm like, you know what, maybe quilting is not for me. Maybe that's something I don't have the patience for. Oh, your keyboard hates you because it misses letters? Don't worry about it. The way I type these days is awful. I used to be really good at typing and like really fast and actually do it properly. These days it's awful. Even when I'm on my phone, I just like misspell everything. And I'm like, Google, you better figure that out for me, because I don't know why my fingers aren't hitting the right things. Do you have plans for Christmas? Are you staying home? Are you gonna go visit family? Are you hanging out with your pets? Gonna have a cozy movie day? I'm gonna go visit my parents, and they're tirelessly working on getting a kitchen that can feed people, because their kitchen was not in the best state, I believe. But my mum has now said it may be a barbecue Christmas, and everyone's like, it's fine. You don't need to go crazy trying to install a kitchen. but I think I am charged with making a dessert. I just don't know what I'm making yet. Normally I make a pavlova. Should work. But I don't think I made pavlova last year. I can't remember what I made. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I think this should work. I have to switch over to a straight stitch. No family, just me and YouTube as usual. Well, that's honestly, at least you escape any drama. Because some people have drama on Christmas. Someone was asking me if I have drama on Christmas, and I was like, I don't think so. Maybe. Don't think so though. I need to switch foots. Sewing machine foots. I just eat a lot on Christmas. And then usually come home and like pass out watching a movie. Although I will say, this year, there may be drama between my sister's puppy and my parents' old dog. Because their dog, he is very mad that there is a puppy. He is upset that he is no longer the center of attention. And he does not like the puppy. Been alone going on 11 years. Is that cool? I don't know if that's a good question, sorry. I really like being on my own. I'm not a very social person. And I don't really get, like, sad about it. But I guess I do go and see my family at Christmas. And they do come up here for Easter and stuff. But aside from that, I don't want to hang out with people. As long as you're enjoying life, that's good. That's fine. You're used to it? Well, it means for less surprises, I think. Less drama, less surprises. I have been seeing advertisements for like charity stuff this Christmas, which I really want to get into. I want to get into like people do like handmade charity drives, and I wanna do stuff like that. I think I've also seen some like hampers and stuff. They weren't like crazy expensive to participate in. It's like buying for like older people who like don't have family and stuff at Christmas. It was like buying the ingredients for them for like, I think it was like a tuna bake, which to me feels like a weird thing to eat at Christmas, but I feel like that's a nice comfort food as well. And simple. And maybe something that if it's for them to make, like to cook for themselves or for other people to cook, it's like easy. But yeah, I don't know. My family knows they gotta force me out of their house to get me to do anything. I've been so I don't know if I mentioned, I've been making everybody's Christmas gifts. I've been hand making everything, and I need to compare this to the other one. Okay, do I want a flat shoe top or a not flat shoe top? Because I feel like I've put this little like lip tongue, I don't know what it is, but I feel like maybe it should just go flat. Like that. It's gonna have this quilted sort of pattern on it, so. So like that, or like that. I feel like this part is too thin. How's my back lately? Oh, I just dropped that. Actually, not too bad. I've had, the caps lock's okay. I knew you weren't yelling. So I got a shot, like a bursitis shot, around the time I think it was like a week before I uploaded my Halloween themed video where I was making that lantern. And that was really good. So that was a shot in the hip. So that was really good for a couple of weeks, but then all the pain started coming back like a week later. And I was like, oh, wait, no, a couple of weeks later? I don't know. I don't know how time works. I don't remember when the pain came back, basically. I remember that you were supposed to wait 5 weeks before you started doing any exercise. Then I started doing exercise at some point. I'm not very good at telling stories because, again, I don't know how time works. When I started exercising again, I was doing yoga before I got the shot. After I got the shot, I was like, oh, I could probably do some weights because I've gotten this shot. The pain like immediately came back for ages, to the point that I could barely put pressure on it. You know when you tie your shoes and you like try to shift your weight? I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't put pressure on one leg. It's this hip that's really bad at the moment. I couldn't put any pressure on that while I was tying my shoes. I'd have to sit down to do it. Today it's good though. Today it's really good, and I think it's been good. It's Monday. It was hurting like a week ago for about a week, and then this past week has been pretty good. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to cut the little extra bit off, but I'll leave it for now, and I'm gonna mark up my quilting pattern. Yeah, so basically I have all these issues where like my back, my hips, my shoulders, like my neck, my fingers, they'll hurt randomly, sometimes all at once, sometimes I dropped my chalk. Taylor's chalk, where'd you go? Hello? Did it go under the table? I'm just gonna get a new one. My fingers were not great this past week though. They were really cracky and weird. But I think it's been good, and I've been having a lot more energy, which I think is nice. I did press this. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna zigzag stitch around here to keep it in place. Back to zigzag. No one knows what's wrong with me. Actually, before I started stream, I had to go get blood tests, but the particular blood test that I needed, they were like, I went to one pathology place and they were like, oh, I don't have the vial that we need for this particular blood, like to collect this specimen. I was like, oh, okay. She's like, go upstairs, they've got one up there, like a pathology place. And this is related to the back because they're testing me for like inflammatory arthritis and stuff, like all the genetics that would point to that. But then I went upstairs, and then that lady's like, oh, I don't have the vial. And then she calls downstairs, and they're like laughing on the phone, and they're like, oh, we both don't have the vial. And then they're like, okay, try this other place. And then I was like, I've been here for like half an hour, I'm gonna try again tomorrow, and I'll go to the other place tomorrow. But that was today's health adventure for me. But yeah, on occasion I get these pains like directly in the back, not so much the hip or shoulder, or like shoulder blade or whatever, where I can't even sit at my computer or anything because because what happens is I get like really awful tailbone pain. It'll like go straight up to my neck. It's not very cool or fun or fresh. But it's fine. We power through, and on the days that we can't power through, we lay on the couch and we do embroidery, which hurts our fingers, but we do it anyway. I'm one of those people who can't sort of sit still, so whenever I'm having those days where I'm in pain, I'm like, I need something to do, because otherwise the mental energy is too much. And then my partner will look at me and he'll be like, I feel like you should be resting. And I'll be like, I can't, I don't know how. Okay, marking out my 45s. I mean, the good thing, I was really upset about this year actually, because this is the worst year I think that I've ever had when I'm in pain. I'm just gonna undo the little tie at the back because I feel like I've tied this up in a way that is tight, this dress in a way that is tight where like my button keeps opening. And I feel like if I, yeah, there we go, okay. I was really upset about the pain like all year this year, and now I've come to a place where I'm just like, you know what, if they find something, I've been in pain for a long time, so I'm probably not going to die of it, and that means they can probably medicate it. If they don't find something, I've got a system. It'll be fine. And I also impress people with my crazy neck cracks, which is cool. And this doesn't feel super even, this line. Needs to go more case. I found this quilting ruler in my stash. It had come with a kit and it's now my favorite ruler ever, and I use it for like too much stuff, and now it's getting chipped up. For what it's worth, I think you're amazing to say strong, keep going. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. I appreciate that. That sounded really rude because I started sewing while I was saying that. I appreciate that. What else can you do? We cry and we move on. And then we have plants to help us. And cats. Cats are very helpful for the mental health. And my marker's down here. This way. Oh. I'm gonna get a curved line here. Sorry if the sewing machine sound is really annoying. It feels a bit curved, but it's gonna be a shoe, so I think it's okay. Quilted shoe? Almost quilted shoe. If I have a lot of this green fabric left, I think I might also make a Christmas stocking. Because I think it would make a nice Christmas stocking. Man, I logged into Streamlabs. I was like, I'm gonna use Prism because it's free. So I log into Prism and it wouldn't connect to anything the other week, the last time I tried to stream. I was like, okay, fine, I'll get Streamlabs. It means I can't multi-stream on different platforms because it's like 30 bucks a month or something. And I was like, I'm not paying 30 bucks a month, that's crazy. And then it let me like vertical stream on Twitch, and I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. Vertical stream on Twitch seems weird, but like, I'll do that, that's fine. And so I was using Streamlabs, and then today, I finally got Prism to connect to everything, and I'm like, Oh, sick, now I can multi-stream again. It turns out it's now like 10 bucks a month to multi-stream on Prism. I don't know what the free multi-stream apps are anymore because it's been so long. I had a shattered vertebrae in 2018, so I never, oh my god, ouch. Oh yeah. Now I have sciatica and this cold doesn't help. Mine got really bad in winter too, and I got pretty depressed actually in winter, which sucked, because it was so bad. I don't think it was anywhere near as bad as that. My sister had something similar actually happen to her. She fell off a cliff a few years ago. She had to relearn how to walk. It was awful. It might have been, I think it was 2019 or 2020 when that happened to her. That really sucks. And I think, yeah, the problem with back injuries is you do often get those like lasting issues. But I hope you have lots of heat packs as well. I got compression gloves and socks, and they helped a lot in winter because I was getting Raynaud's where your hands turn blue. Yeah, I think coffee is also good because it's like circulation and blood pressure stuff. I've heard that, and I've heard copper, but I'm not too sure if that's real. I haven't looked into it, like copper gloves, copper socks and things. I don't know. I like those they're like chemical heat packs that you can like stick to yourself. They're really handy. But yeah, the cold and pain is the worst. Maybe that's why I'm feeling better at the moment, because it's summer. And maybe that's why I'm in less pain. Yeah, long-term chronic pain is awful. I know many people dealing with it and it sucks. On the plus side for me, my knee has stopped randomly dislocating. I think it's been since like last spring. So that's cool. Hey, you're cool. I enjoy chatting to the chat, so that is totally fine, don't apologize. It's also good for me to take little breaks when I sew, because otherwise I get like, I don't know how to explain it, I like go too hard too fast and I make mistakes. Like the difference when you have a good sewing machine versus the one that I used to have, wild. I was definitely in camp sewing sucks for 90% of the time until you get your finished product and you like it. Now I'm in the camp of like sewing's awesome all of the time because I don't have machine issues anymore. I am about to run out of black thread and I think it's the only black thread I have left. I've been sewing up a storm lately. It's awesome. I now have two little feet bits, feet tops. I don't know what shoe parts are called. What have I got next to do? I got this guy. I think I need to do more quilting on this, but this is like the bottom part of the shoe. As long as you enjoy what you're doing. Yeah. So this is the bottom of the shoe. That's like where you put your foot. This is the front. No, I really enjoy it now. My old machine used to jam up all the damn time. It was my grandma's, and it was pretty, like, it was 20 years old, which I feel like is sewing machine lasting age, I don't know. Okay, so this is what I got so far. Right, so the little shoe top will be there. And then I've also got this, which is like the side panel, which would go, we need to sew this guy on here. as well as one for the other side, but I accidentally cut out 2 of the same. So it will be like that. And then I need to do like bias binding around the edge that matches this. So I think I need another, which part of this is the ankle and which is the, then I need to figure out if it's gonna go like, I think it needs to go low at the back. I'm 99% sure this pattern will work, but I did draft it up based on a shoe that it was in our shoe rack. So I think it'll work. Ah. This guy. That's not that. Ah, here we go. Okay. My felt supply was running low, so I zigzag stitched them together. But that should be okay. Okay, so now I need to pin up the other side. Looking good so far. Thank you. I think it's gonna work. Oh, and then I will need to quilt these top panels, but I'm not really fussed about quilting the side panels here because I've quilted the sole, so that should be okay. I'm saying quilt, I just mean like decorative top stitch in a diamond pattern. I don't know that much about quilting, so I hope that that is the right terminology, but who knows? Okay, scissors, sewing scissors. Don't cut over the things you have just sewn. Knowing me, that is a recipe for disaster. I've really been enjoying just having little sewing days lately. I've been trying to finish all the projects that like would jam up my old machine, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. There's a thing I need to make called some kind of wooden block, and it's like to press your seams in a very like cool way. It's not got to be perfect, just good enough. Exactly. Okay, I'm a big believer in it, like good enough is so fine. And I have a real problem, especially with sewing, where I'm trying to get stuff perfect because I don't want things to look poor quality. But then I'm like, you've just got to finish it, and you've also got to go and look at like the clothes in your own wardrobe and notice that there are mistakes in them, because all clothes are handmade because they have to be. What? I think this guy needs this. No, where? This guy. The fashion layer would be, I think, up here. Yeah, that should work. Hopefully I don't get this side wrong again. There are mistakes in like all of our clothes, so you try your best, right, to aim for perfect, knowing that you are human. You do all the steps as best you can, and you can also redo stuff if you have to. That's the goal. You're your own worst critic. Am I? Oh, wait, I think you mean in general. Yes, I think people generally, we are our own worst critics, aren't we? I'm just gonna sew this before I cut it. And then I flip, and yes, those toes would be the front. Yes, I believe people are generally their own worst critics. We see all the mistakes that no one sees. I have found something that actually helps me a lot is putting a project away. So like I was sewing this little gingham top, and I didn't like it. I was like, oh, this is not great. I don't know if I'm out of focus. Yeah, I was like, this top isn't working, it doesn't look good, yada yada. So I put it in my like unfinished projects pile for a couple months, and then it ended up in the wash, even though I hadn't worn it. I think it fell into my laundry basket. And I picked it up and I was like, oh, this is fine. I just need to finish like putting the buttons and the hem in. It's totally wearable. So I feel like if you put stuff away and just don't look at it for a while, you're like, oh wait, this is actually good, this is fine. And now I have a new top that I finally finished. I have a few different crafts for the Christmas season that I think I want to make on stream over the course of this month. I think I'm going to be here pretty much all month. I don't think I'm going to go visit my parents wildly early. I think it will be like a couple of days before Christmas that we head down. So I really want to make a gingerbread house because I haven't made one in a while. And I think the last time I attempted to make one, it was like a Halloween one, but I wouldn't do a Christmas one. I actually don't think I've ever made a Christmas one. Oh, thank you so much. That last dress was, like, I talked about it in the video, the brown dress with the bird on it and the raspberries. I don't know if anyone could tell what they were. That was actually hell on earth to make because, yeah, I think I mentioned in the video, I like changed the shoulder line. I initially started using a pattern that had a boat neck but like straight shoulders with sleeves, and as soon as you decide to like change a neckline, there are so many other things you have to consider, and it was hard. And then I had all these issues with like puckering when I was embroidering, and I'd learned to I started learning how to do like machine embroidery, and it made making the dress difficult because I started doing parts of it and then I changed how I was doing things, and I was like, oh, but I finished this. I had to unpick it like 3 times. But I was really happy with it in the end. And I learned a bunch of new techniques, and I think that I had bought like a vintage like skirt set that had a really nice like deep hemline, so I was able to look at that and see how that was done, and make like a nice hemline on that brown dress, which was cool. And I have decided that I am a big fan of contrasting bias facings, I think they're called. But they're a lot easier to do than regular facings. Oh, and I had my iron set super high. I think I actually talked about this in the video too. I burned holes in it, like, it was like I was like up to the last step and I like burned holes in it. I was like, great, now I've got to do more embroidery to try and cover this up. But it worked out in the end. My current project, or like thing that I'm trying to learn with sewing, is linings, because I'm not very good at them. I always get them a little off kilter. So I've been making some like double layered, flat lined and regular lined stuff, and I think I'm getting there. We're getting there. But it definitely makes a difference having a really nice machine now. What is that noise? Why are you eating fabric? Oh, because the bobbin's running out. My bobbin's really late to run out. brush my machine out. There's the brush. There's the, no, it's not this guy. But this guy. I feel like I'm getting a lot of dust in here and I'm not cleaning it as much as I should. I'm pretty sure people say you need to clean it out every single use. Sometimes I get a little lazy with the cleaning. Oh yeah, okay, it's floofy. There's a lot of fluff in here. There's a lot of fluff in my machine. Let's take out the bobbin case. Ooh, there's so much lint in here. Anyone know if they've invented tiny vacuums for sewing machines? Let's see, random string. Get off my brush string. Oh my gosh, okay, there's so much lint in here. This guy back in. I think I need to give it a really good clean soon. Maybe after I finish this. The last thing I stitched was a 7-foot tall Rottweiler mascot suit for the RSPCA. I used to raise funds for sick and injured animals. It took almost 5 hours to hand stitch. Oh my gosh. My fingers would die. Wow. You must be fast, actually. That would take me days. Was the whole thing hand stitched? And I assume if it's a mascot, it's like thick too. Because it'd be like, I assume it's like, it's furry, like a faux fur or something, or a fleece. Oof, that's really cool. I love Rottweilers. They're one of my favorite dogs. They're so cute. Also, you must be good at hand stitching, because hand stitching is something I find takes a lot of concentration. I know everybody says hand stitch sleeves for dresses, and I'm like, no, don't make me. And then I regret doing them on the machine because I get little bubbles and they go the wrong way. Yeah, I'm really running out of black thread here. Where's my pedal? Okay. Well, I am out of black thread on this spool. Oh no. I know my dad's not watching this, but sorry Dad that you may get a mismatched thread Christmas present, and you're going to be the only one in the family who gets that because I think I ran out of black thread. Oh no. I've got like really dark grey. I've got really dark green too. Ah! That's not green. Really dark green should work. It'll be fine. This will be fine. Should I fill my bobbin up more or just let the black thread run out? I haven't used this one yet, this green, but it'll definitely fade in to the majority of this, so that's fine, but I'll have to find another black thread. I'm sure I have some somewhere for the piping, like the bias blending. This is a nice green color. Can't think of where my black thread would be. My sewing room's a mess at the moment. So finding other threads. I'm sure there's one around, but she's not probably going to find it very soon. I think I will just use this half-filled bobbin. Toxic mud. That's awesome. I go crazy for Rottweiler puppies. I think they are just the cutest, squishiest, cutest animals. They look like little bears. Hello, Mr. Thread. There you are. Cool. Okay, we can cut this out. Yeah. I'm gonna have so many leftovers of this, so I definitely think like a patchwork green Christmas stocking could be cool. Could be fun. Or patchwork slippers, maybe. I've been getting very into patchwork lately. I've been watching this, she's also Australian, this Australian YouTuber, Carly B. By Carly B? Carly B? I can't remember. But she does like patchwork dresses. Oh, she's so cool. She does these really cool dresses. And I started getting obsessed with like lace insertion. So I've been trying to figure out ways to make all my scrap fabrics useful. And I don't know if there is a way. Sometimes I think I may have saved too many things. I'm not sure. Too many tiny things. And I gotta iron them all. Actually, you know what? I found one thing that I dislike about sewing still that's never gonna stop. All the little extra bits that end up on the floor. That's the one that I don't like, that the machine can't fix. Okay, I gotta rule up my little lines again, my quilting lines. This top stitching is black. Oh no. Maybe in this little basket. I've been keeping stuff in these tiny baskets. This is filled with, there's white thread in here. Rubbish. Okay, I'm just gonna chuck that on the floor for now. Petals. Oh, spare needles. Oh, my white tailor's chalk. Spare sewing machine feet from my old machine. Okay. No black thread in there. I wasn't really hopeful, but you know. Some bobbins. Okay. She's organised. I swear, there was some. I got this grey. That's really light. Have a look at my embroidery, Caddy. Hello, kitty. Oh, no, that's green. Okay. This is my embroidery, Caddy. So I do my hand embroidery. I got bags and boxes of stuff. Yeah, same. I've run out of space in my back room with props and stuff I've made. Oh, it is a lot, isn't it? That's green. Okay, that's green. That's dark blue. Sequins, dark green. Oh no, am I really out of black? That's not good. Oh, yeah. I've been on a mission to just clear out my crafting stuff by using as much of it as possible lately. So I'm like, at least it won't be in my crafting room, it'll be like in the Christmas decoration box. I'm so frustrated that I'm out of black. Maybe this box. I think also part of the problem is that when people know you're into this stuff, and it's not a problem, I appreciate it, people give you stuff, which is awesome, right? And you're like, actually, yeah, I totally need this. But I've also got a backlog of projects that I work through, so I'm like, ooh, sitting here until there's time. I know it's handy. Okay, there's some threads down here. I was just at the mall too. Oh no. I've got black thread. I see olive green thread. Okay. Nothing in here. It mustn't be. Is it weird if I've got black thread on top and green on the sides? I feel like that's weird. Do I just not quilt the sides? Did I quilt both bases? No, I don't have the other base cut out yet, I don't think. No, I do have the other base cut out. Where's the other? Oh, wait. Wait. What's happening? Okay, top. That's one whole shoe. I should have the other base done. Ah, here's the other base. I did not quilt it yet. Okay. I gave you a follow on your Instagram. Hope you don't mind. No, that's awesome. Thank you for following. Slay. That means you get to see my Instagram stories of blue tongue lizards. I found a blue tongue in my front yard the other day. And I was really excited because I've only been seeing them in the backyard. And I'm really excited that next spring they might have babies because I think that they had babies this year and they see the babies. But if you Google blue tongue lizard babies, they're really, really cute. They're like really fat. What about a mistral? Okay. It's wild that I'm even running out of thread, to be honest. I've got so much. I got so much. Okay, I guess that's rubbish. I missed the bin. I tried to chuck it in the bin, I missed it. I'll get it. I'll get it later. It's fine. Got junk in here. No. No black thread. That also means that I can't finish a few other things. Like the black dress I'm making. I will have to go get black thread. I guess I can get some tomorrow. Okay, so maybe we don't quilt the sides. Maybe we leave the sides unquilted. But does it look weird if they're unquilted? This is my tragic dilemma. So maybe at least for now, I just sew these together and press them, and maybe figure out how I attach them. Joyful and triumphant. It's just realizing, do I even have enough black bias tape left? I should. I think I have a whole packet somewhere. I saw it the other day. And you know what else is annoying when it comes to making props and stuff that you probably understand? When you're like trying to go through your stuff and use it, but then you run out of like the one thing you need and you have to go and get another new thing of that because you're like, oh, I don't have any black thread. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to be getting more stuff. I want to be using the stuff I have. Okay. I forgot if I already asked, did you have a good Halloween? I don't think you asked. Yes, we did. We just hand out candy and chill at home. Normally we watch a Halloween movie or something. I don't... Oh, hello, Elle. Hi. Sorry, my cat is saying hello. I'm rolling over in his cat tree. Yeah, normally we watch like Halloween movies and stuff on the night. I don't think we did this year. I feel like we might have watched them after Halloween. What did we do? Yeah, we handed out candy. We got a lot of trick-or-treaters, which was really cool. I don't know if we got as many as last year, but we definitely got a lot. There were like big groups of kids. A child complimented my cat candy bowl, which was very cool. And when he left, I was like, that kid's cool. I'm really shy, and even though I think the kids are really cute when they come and trick-or-treat, I get like really shy, and I'm like, what if they think that my decorations suck? For some reason, I'm socially awkward enough to be afraid of children. It's cool. But they all really liked them, and they complimented the cat, and they all looked really adorable, and we handed out tons of candy. And then I think that it was raining, that's why we didn't get as many trick-or-treaters as last year. It rained a bunch. And then I saw like a post somewhere, like, you know, like your various neighborhood pages where people were like, oh, because it was raining, is anybody still doing like handing out candy on the day after, during the day? But we were out most of the day, so Adrian may have diabetes now. He had to eat a lot of candy. I couldn't eat it because I had gluten in it. I'm joking. He doesn't have diabetes, but yeah. So he ate the remainder of the candy that was left over, which is good. And then, yeah, I put up the Christmas decorations, and I've taken down the Halloween decorations, except for like some of the colourful fairy lights. Normally at Christmas I just do like the warm white fairy lights, and Halloween and stuff I do like purple and orange, whatever you've seen in my videos if you've watched those ones, and green and stuff. Normally by now I would have taken them down, but I'm just leaving them up. Half my neighbourhood seems to be leaving them up. I think in like July people had their Christmas lights still up, so I was like, you know what, seems like they don't mind. I'll take them down eventually, but whatevs. It's still the season. Did you have a good Halloween? What did you get up to? My favorite Halloween now that I'm an adult is really just like watching movies. So many people are like, oh, you guys should throw a Halloween party because you always decorate like super like crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but counterpoint, we could sit at home by ourselves and watch movies, and that's more fun. I am always like, I should have a Halloween party though, but we'll see. We'll see. I think the problem is also because I've been doing so much like painting, renovating, etc., that our house is kind of like always a mess, and it's only been honestly the last couple of months that it started to look presentable again. We used to have like people over and stuff and we'd have them like in the backyard, but our backyard kind of got taken over by my woodworking hobby. So yeah, we're still in the process of building a shed. Okay. I'm wondering if I should be attaching these guys first. We do a little top stitch maybe. I think I need to press it a little more. A seam clapper, that's the name of the thing I was thinking of. It's just like a block of hardwood. I was looking for a block of hardwood out the back before, but I couldn't find anything that was unsealed. It has to be unsealed because it's supposed to soak up steam from the iron so that you can put your iron really high, but instead of actually putting it on, you just steam like delicate fabrics that would melt. You just steam them, and then you put the seam clapper down, and that presses, and it also like sucks the steam back up so the fibers stay how you want them. That's what I've read. I haven't really seen it in action. Okie dokie. Probably just a straight stitch, I think. With a pretty not very intense seam allowance. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have attached this to the base yet. Maybe. I've got the whole shoe together right now. I'm wondering if I should not have attached the shoe base and shoe sides as of yet. Hi, sweetie. Oh, my kitten's come to say hello. He may jump up. He's not a kitten anymore, he's 4. But he's still a baby to me. Needle up. Okay, you come out. Okay. So, oh, maybe I attach just these top portions. Right. Right. And we like top stitch, maybe. We baste stitch. We probably should be hand stitching. Do I feel like I should finish the edge before? Or should I finish the edge after? I don't know. It was raining hard here. Also, I made prosthetics and stuff and made myself up as a werewolf and had a tiny little girl wave and say, oh, that's so cute. Hello. That is an underrated Halloween costume. Werewolf. They gotta make a comeback. I didn't dress up this year. I was thinking I was gonna do Lydia Dietz because I have all the stuff for it. Wait, Lydia Dietz? Yeah, Lydia Dietz when she's in the red dress. Because last year I did a kind of like Morticia look. And scared and scared a woman in a store when I ran in for more sweets. That's so funny. There's hair in my eyeball. Hello, what are you doing? Is it dinner time for you yet, Earl? Almost. Hello. Do you want to wait 10 minutes? I love when people forget that it's Halloween and then you see people walking around in costume and people are like, ah, what's happening? I'm trying to figure out how I should attach this. And if I should, yeah, okay. I think I do need to bias tape. That's not enough. Bias tape the edges first. I know what bias tape is. Hello, what are you doing? Oh man. Do I have bias tape in here? That's elastic. Oh, I have green bias tape. Still left over. Okay, there we go. Black bias tape. It's almost dinner time, please. He wants feeding. And he can have dinner soon. Okay, we do about this much. I'm hungry too, actually. Is piping uncomfortable on the underside of a shoe? Well, this isn't a double fold, this is a different width. Should be okay. I think he's gone to harass Adrian for food now. I feel like he can wait till 4:30. Since our cats have been getting us up at like, I say us, I sleep at like a log, it's Adrian. They've been waking us up so early, him up so early. Stolen valor. So I really want to push their time, like their feeding time back a little. But you can only go back so far. So I like to do the thing where you give them like a little bit and then a little bit a little later. Also, I think we figured out that one of our cats is allergic to fish, which is apparently super common. So just like his mother, he has food allergies. Oh my god, I just smelled the most amazing like pine-scented Christmas smell, and I have absolutely no idea where it came from. I don't have any candles. That was awesome. Maybe it's just the scent of nostalgia. I'm joking, but oh, I gotta switch over to my piping foot. I'm making piping. Okay, on foot. Is it my bias tape? My bias tape like smells really good. Okay. I am not opposed. Hi, Smeeks. Alright, Smeagol, if he is up, I gotta feed him because he will jump on my table. Okay. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna feed my cats.
Hello. What are you guys doing? Wow. It's food time. Yes. Yes. It's food time.
That's my iron. Okay, cats are fed. Man, I am not a fan of this bias tape. It is really fine. Could I just do, if it's just single fold, I guess it doesn't need piping. Right, yeah, that'll work, right? Oh, but it's green thread, isn't it? I'll baste it, okay? We'll put a long stitch on, and I'll just baste the bias tape in, and then when I find my black thread, everything will be cool. Okay. Do I need to trim this edge off a little? A little. Bias tape. I'm a fan. I love the way it looks. It is finicky to work with. I guess I will go this side. And then also the inside thread won't matter too much also. So yeah, this will work, I think. Then we want it set outside of that zigzag stitch. Wait, are you staying up all night if it was 4 in the morning, or did you wake up super early? I always forget that the UK time zone is like the opposite of the Australian time zone. Like if it's 6 in the morning here, I think it's like 6 at night there. I don't know. I don't know how time works. We've established this. Oh. Wait. Do I still want to be using a piping foot if I'm not piping? I think I do. I think I do. Because it gives me the line. I think I do. Man, if you have a dad and he doesn't drink, there is like no hope for Christmas gift guides. So I'm really glad that I thought of this slipper idea, because everything is like, oh, you have a dad? He must be an alcoholic and he loves alcohol. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. He doesn't drink. I can't buy him whiskey. Like, I feel like men have hobbies. Why are all the gift guides like, just buy them alcohol? Why is it never like, what are their hobbies? And I know one of his hobbies is watching the news, so he needs slippers to do that in. I was actually trying to make him something for his guitar, but it was kind of didn't really look good. Because he loves playing guitar. Going backwards while basting is not the ideal, but she did it. Oh, I don't want to be on the super high setting. Hello. I'm getting hungry. I'm having like old people dinner lately. I'm having like 5 p.m. dinner, like early bird special, and I'm here for it because honestly, let's be real, I am an 80-year-old woman, but now I get like really hungry at like 4 in the afternoon. Is that the correct area? Hello. What? Oh, I should put glasses on. Huh? Oh, are you watching? Oh. Did it notify you?
Yeah.
Where are my glasses? Oh, they're here. Oh, I have a lens wipe. Yeah, I do. Am I really squinting?
Well, you're like peering at the chat. When you
Yeah.
go to read.
Yes.
It's like,
Oh, it's little.
yeah,
It's
that's
on
why
a
I'm saying the
phone.
glasses will help. Noting that I have glasses wearers, so like, it's the behavior that I do, so I just,
Yeah.
I'm just like, you want a microphone cloth? You got glass wipes.
What?
Do you want a microphone cloth or the glass wipes? Okay.
I've got a wipe. It's fine.
So did you use this shoe as the reference?
Yeah.
Is your dad a 8?
It's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that?
Like I added.
Oh, okay, because this is the one from India. Remember that these were small.
Yeah. I'm pretty like they're 90% sure that these will be fine. What's your shoe size?
9.
9. I will ask my sister.
Because I don't remember whether these are these ones mine or these ones Unkit's?
I think those are Unkit's.
Okay, because that's the ones that we.
But I think that because they're a soft shoe, I think as long as it's like too big for you, it'll be fine because it's a slipper. And if not, I'll just measure his feet and remake them.
Yeah.
And at least he knows that I tried.
Well.
And my mum can wear them.
Only end up really adding to the back of them, right?
Well, they're gonna have an open back.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I just know that in Japan, I bought slippers, and their shoe sizing is horrendous, as in it's little.
Yeah.
And so the biggest shoe that I could buy, the biggest slipper I could buy was too small for me.
Yeah.
So, and it's an open back, but I don't really wear those because of that fact, unfortunately.
Yeah. My dad wears Crocs like all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, single channels.
Oh my god, I can see more now. It's not good though. Still.
Yeah, I'm not half weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be significantly better. But you'll be a bit.
Oh, now that I have seen in the new prescription, I can see how bad this prescription is. It's better than my regular eyesight, but it sucks. Like the stigmatism, like the double vision's still there.
So, well, that, yeah. Hopefully the new glasses correct for it properly. It will take a little bit of adjusting.
Yeah.
Maybe a headache for like a week.
And these also have really bad glare. I wonder if the anti-glare's gone.
You've got the greens.
It's still on there? Okay.
Like if you take off your glasses and shine it against the light, you should see a little green sheen in it. Like flick them like this, like hold them down and turn them like this. Yeah, like this. You should see.
I see nothing. Oh, I see that it looks green.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
the anti-glare.
Okay.
But the anti-glare is, yeah, I don't know how. Like it should be good for monitor, not so much for real life.
Yeah.
Like light, like for sunlight, you will still glare from that basically.
Okay.
Okay, enjoy.
Okay. Oakley dokley. Alright, we'll chat to you later. Have a good morning, since it's early in the morning. My glasses, I think they're better, but yeah, they kind of don't do crap. I've been prescribed new ones, so I'm getting soon. Bloop, bloop. Not me trying to remember what my dad's shoe size is and having absolutely no clue. He's not that tall, surely it can only be like an 8 or a 9. I don't even think he's tall. He's normal height. Whatever that is. He's a regular person. You know, maybe if I just stitch in the ditch with this bias tape, the green will actually work because I'm putting this on green. Ah! That's fine. Yep. Okay. Now I think I gotta cut some of these guys down when we do it.
How they love those bastards. And now, Benny Goodman signs off with Someday Sweetheart.
Okay, that kind of looks like piping, I think. I mean, it doesn't look like piping, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm putting down. We're rolling in, and I think you just want to roll it like over this way and not have stuff like fraying. So maybe I press this guy. And we steam. Now I can smell custard. This has to be the Christmas music. It's doing a number on me. I swear I can smell eggnog. It sounds awesome. It smells awesome. If I've developed personal smell-o-vision, I'm gonna be very happy. Because apparently listening to this Christmas music, I'm smelling pine trees and eggnog. That sewing line should be further down, but I think I'm going to cut that off anyway, so I need to clip this guy a little. Clip, clip, clip. That should work. Oh, why am I going longer? I want to go down to 1.5. Oh. Okay, wait, I had in the right spot. Damn it. Oops. Actually, or do I want it at 1.5? Yes. I think that's good. Imagine I've done all this work and I've signed it backwards. Oh no. Unpicker? Is up here. Okay, dicky. Oh no. Wait. That works, I think. But that needs to be unpicked at some point. Okay. So I'm just going to skip that part and then I will redo that top stitch later. Work out where I'm where my speed settings are. Oh, yes, that worked. Wait, slay. Yes. That one doesn't look good, but the rest does. So this I need to unpick and fix. This little bitty. This kind of looks black, this green. Maybe it would work. Or is that because this is the bottom? Oh, this is the bottom side. I'm done. Okay. keep knocking my charging cord. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, well that's not the prettiest line I've ever made, but it'll do. For now. Yeah, okay, one looks. Okay, so these are the twos. I guess this could go over the top if I really wanted, but I don't think that that would work. Okay. Then we have this guy. I am now realizing that maybe I should have lined the bottom, like bias taped the bottom part of the shoe. Okay. Well, those would go like that basically. Okay, this is a shoe. I'm gonna say that much. Maybe I just like turn it under. Maybe that will work. Oh, yeah, okay. If I turn it under, it'll work. He turned under. It works. Okay, now I'm going to cut this little top. Yeah, that'll work. And then more bias tape. To close off the top here. This guy. Now I will just close this top off. I mean, maybe this should be an arch. I don't know. So that is just a straight line of bias tape. Like up here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Zigzag stitch that so it doesn't fray all the way back. Probably should change my foot. zigzag stitched. Okay, fold that in. And then fold this guy over. I have an itchy nose. This kind of looks like a pot holder. That's what I'm getting here. An oven mitt. They make a pretty oven mitt, but this fabric is real synthetic, so he's more for that. I'm still on zigzag. Oh, this is good because then this bottom will end up black because the bobbin is black. That is the craziest lesson that I have learned that I was so on the uptake of, is that your bobbin, like if you have say a black fabric that has a white underlayer because it's like printed or something, you just make your bobbin white and get less annoying seams. Never thought about it before. Okay. Not my fave bias binding, but we've learned a lesson. I feel like this now needs to be top stitched, I think. I think I need pins this time. Oh. And I need to change feet. Putting my J foot back on. Okay. J foot. This guy. This guy. And I'm gonna try and do this all as like a stitch in the ditch, I guess. Tippy tippy. Any more pins? Any more pins? Okay. Slipper. Almost got the slipper. If my dad doesn't appreciate the fact that I literally made him shoes, they're gonna be hell to pay. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care. And also I think he will. I think he'll really like them if they fit. Especially if they fit. We hope they fit. If not, my mum will wear them and I'll make him a better pair. Because the second time you make something is usually better. My eyeball is so itchy. How am I getting a really nice stitch in the ditch here, but in so many other instances She's got nada. Her stitch in the ditches are crazy. For goodness sake. I saw all these memes that were like, there are only 3 genres of Christmas song. I'm down bad for Santa. Santa give me money or presents. Jesus is Jesus. And he's Jesusing. And you know what? He is. You know, I'm not sure if I want to go across here, so we'll leave that. Slippers! We're slippering. Jesus is Jesusing during the season, and I am slippering. I may need to hand stitch this section. But I know I need to like turn this, the inside. Turn the inside? Is there a way to... Okay. We gotta turn and match the inside. Clip a string. Maybe I should unpick that part. Flip. If I also don't win favorite daughter contest this Christmas because I made my dad freaking shoes, I'll be pissed. I'm joking. It's not a contest. I'm kidding. I bet a lot of people think that they don't want me in a zombie apocalypse. Like, they wouldn't pick me for their zombie apocalypse team. I'm not very fast, I'm not very strong. My knees dislocate by themselves randomly, and I can't control that. But you know what? What happens when you all run out of shoes? Can't run very far from the zombies if you don't have shoes. Think about that. My cat's like staring at a wall. Is this going to be miles too thick? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. I'm pulling a pin out. So it's in the wrong spot, I think. I got 4 layers of shoe. And that's not even all of the shoe. Okay. Now here's where we learn if I needed to make this shoe base way wider. Or I needed more side profile. Or this was supposed to go higher, maybe. We'll see. Maybe. Tired. Yeah, okay, I think I did this wrong. I think this was supposed to be a side profile. I did make this pattern up by looking at shoes, so we'll see. I assume I have all the parts. got toes. And then what happens? but it looks better. Sort of ish, maybe. Maybe. Ow, pin. That seems more shoey. Way more shoey. Okay. I'm going to straight stitch that toe part this way. Where's my pedal? It does look better with the only thing I can think of is, do I need to flip the back heel here? Because then that looks more shoe-like if I flip the back heel up. Ooh, maybe it's supposed to be like this. Oh, do I need to make like a back heel hold thing? I feel like I do actually. And a pin. Okay, I think I need to make like a little heel holder, like a heel stand, like a collar stand but for a heel. Shoe heel, foot heel. Is that stitched down? I don't think it is. Oh my god, I just stabbed myself in the face with a pin. I think it does need a heel stand. Shoe. And if I just pin this guy, pin this guy. then I need to make a design choice. Do I want this on top? Okay, or do I want it under here? And under would look like that. On top or under. And also, I guess it would be thinner because it will be all turned in. I feel like this looks better. Perhaps, maybe. I wonder if it would be way better if it's like really tall. And it becomes more like that. Just gonna stitch this part down on the edge. I think I'm gonna have to do some hand stitching for this. Standing. Okay, I'm unsure about the design of this shoe and if this, like, whatever this shoe part is called, that I definitely know the name of because I'm a professional shoe cobbler and I live in a tree with the rest of the girls. Okay. I feel like I need to test if I were to bias tape the edge, what way do I prefer this? Maybe. We'll see. I need fun. I have craft foam, which is what I'm going to add to the base of this. Tailor's chalk. Yeah. And I may need to make a heel stand, which I don't know how to do, but I assume it's like a half moon. They're on like between. Nice. Okay. For now, I think I'm just going to zigzag stitch this little foam base on. And it can be loose because I will hand stitch everything to make it more secure. That honestly might need to be totally hand stitched. Ooh, actually, if I don't want to close up any more of this. EVA foam squeaks. Oh wait, I see a shoe shape. I'm having a stroke. I see a shoe shape happening. You'd think that I would have looked at like one video on how to make shoes. I don't know if me watching Nicole Rudolph how to make like women's shoes 6 months ago counts. I don't know if the Santa boots I made for a decoration count. Might not be the best. Okay. See how that works. Do you want it to stand up like that? I'm not going to lie, what I think is the heel now looks more like the toe. Oh. No, I was wrong. I was correct the whole time. Ha ha ha. needs to go in a little bit on there. And that should get, that's the end, I think. These are in fact just my stitches to tack stuff together. Everything has to be hand stitched. Okay. Okay, now it's standing. Now it's looking shoey. Shoes. Slippers. Wait, they're actually looking like slippers. Yay. She did it. I'm a genius. It's fine. That needs to be turned in. Could go like this. No, I don't think that looks good. I think it has to be like this. And then it just has to be like standing this guy up enough so that the toe part works. And then just bias binding the edges like that. Yeah, very slippery. Slippery. Alright,